Hello again, guys. It is RogerDeath once more with some more Wrath of the Righteous. I'm recording this like literally a minute or two after we finished episode 1. Nothing else has changed. I just moved some stuff around on my desktop so I can see some things a little bit better. So we're going to pick things right back up. We're going to do some combat. We're going to meet some new characters. In fact, we're going to meet characters we haven't met yet. At all. That's coming up. So we're just going to get started. We're going to hop right into it. I don't want to use this crossbow for very long because I do not have a good attack. I don't have the dexterity for a range. So, looks like we have one path, right? A little loud. Music or something, it's still super loud.
Oh, holy mother of... Hey, stay with me. You actually got pretty lucky. You fell down into a black hole. But at least you're not on your own. You've got a great companion. Everything's going to be just fine. Tell me something. Can you feel your legs? I feel them all right. When say no to a little less feeling in them. My ankle's killing me, but my back seems to still be in one piece. My head, too.
It's a good job with the echo, actually, if you ask me.
That's all that matters. Now, we're going to... Hey! Fancy meeting you down here. You're the one that Terendelev healed today, right? You aren't injured, are you? Will you help me get her out from under the boulders?
Oh, I should have unequipped my damn armor. Before I did this, because it's giving me a penalty. Yeah, let's get her out. Come on, let's pass the check. Okay, cool. Difficulty, I rolled an 18. Literally, it was just a straight roll. I hate that.
Damn it all. I think it's broken. Oh well, I've had worse. I'll just make myself a splint out of something. Thanks for the help. I wouldn't have lasted long on my own stuck under there. I'm Anevia Tirabade, of the Eagle Watch. I was overseeing security at the festival square. I thought maybe spies or demon worshippers might have something nasty planned. What actually happened, though, now that I did not see coming. I don't think anyone could have been prepared for that.
Nevia. I've never actually listened to all of the voice acting and everything, so I'm still going off of my tabletop experience, which, as anybody who played the old Final Fantasies will tell you, everybody has their own way to say a name. So...
Well, I'm Sela, paladin by the grace of Iomade. I crossed the whole continent to come to Mendev and fight demons. And well, I've been fighting for a while now.
For the record, she's level 1. So, so are we, but she's been fighting for a while. She's level 1. My character's from Mendev, so he didn't have to come far.
I don't even want to think what might be happening up there in the city. Kenebras has lost the protection of Terendelev, and of the Wardstone too, looks like. It's a relic without equal. It was placed here personally by Iomade's herald, with the goddess's blessing. I really wanted to go see it, to pray before it. But there's no point worrying about a stone when there are people dying in the streets.
I really should be hovering over these when they pop up, so you guys, if you don't know the story, don't know all these terms, it can go over them. I think the main one I've not done so far is Iomade. Iomade is the god, is effectively the lawful good, justice, I help everybody the best I can kind of thing of god. Probably the most common for paladins. You'll see some for like Saren Ray and some others. But most commonly, paladin is going to be, because they're lawful good, they're going to end up being paladins of Iomade.
Yeah, things are looking grim enough, but don't lose heart. Wardstone or no, dragon or no, Kenebras will never give in. Simple as. Well, we've introduced ourselves. What about you?
I am Barasiros, a fellow paladin of Iomity, and I came to assist with the fight.
A fellow crusader! Welcome, brother. This is great. I would have been happy to have any companion in this, but it's nice to be stuck down here with somebody who's my kind of crazy.
It's a good thing you've still got your faith. Because right now, to be totally honest, faith's probably the only thing we do have. Now then, I'll hobble my way out of here somehow. The city ain't far, only 30 paces or so. That's if you're going straight up, of course. I'm afraid we're gonna have to go the long way round.
To summarize, there are 3 of us with 5 working legs, 3 pairs of decent hands, 2 clear heads, and 1 made of wood. That's mine. Underground monsters beware! Anevia, you stay behind us. You're in no fit state to fight. If we do come up against anything, the 2 of us will try to manage on our own first. Well, onward! May the good deities lead us back to the open sky soon.
So she's actually smarter than me, which is the funny part. And she says, it's a head made of wood. You've got a better intelligence than I do. Actually, her stats, you can't get these stats off of one body. Which I made a point of following. Fucking cheating game. And she also comes with way better gear. She's got banded mail. She's got a torch in the other hand, which I don't really give a shit about. We've got light. She's got longsword. She's got heavy shield and a short bow. Much, much better equipment than what I've got. She's got an armor class of 22 to start with. That is ridiculous. She has dodge as a feat? I don't think I've ever actually paid attention to that. She picked dodge. And a shield focus. Okay, so that's why she's got... Okay. Meanwhile, I'm just at 16. I am not as good. So we need to change our formation because this formation's dumb. So we're gonna go with this circle formation. Make sure we select all of our characters. If you hear my keyboard, I am sorry. I do have loud keys. I love it to death. Whole bunch of decent equipment. We're gonna grab it all. No reason not to. I think there's an option to just completely disable carrying weight, and that's something I'm debating on doing. So we've got ourselves a cold iron longsword here, pretty good. I could use the cold iron greatsword right now. I think that takes me down to a +4 on attack. No, +5. This should be a +6, I think, since something's wrong there. Or +7 in that case. What's that breakdown? Oh, right, because of power attack. Right. That makes sense. Way more damage right now. 11 to 21 versus 10 to 17 with only 1 extra to hit. This is a better equipment for me right now. Until I get a shield, this is what I'm going to go with. And we're going to equip this cloak of resistance. +1. Super good just to have. We're going to hold on to this cold iron. We're going to hold on to the cold iron longsword, I think. I do plan on swapping over to a longsword when we get a proper shield. So I guess what we'll do for now is we'll give it to her. Doesn't hurt anything. So we're going to move up. Let's explore and...
Who's there?
And Camellia, we'll find out in a second. We met her earlier as well.
Relax, friend. We're not demons or cultists. Don't poke my eye out with that thing, all right? We fell down here during the attack. I'm Sela, that's Anevia, and this is our new friend. We're looking for a way back to the surface.
The creative ways they go about not saying the player character's name are hilarious.
Really?
I'm so ever glad to hear it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Camellia. I was also in the square when... I can scarcely believe it. How did all those demons get into the city? I thought, naively it now seems, that the Wardstone protected us from attack. And Terendelev, I can't wrap my head around it.
If you would have been able to handle Daskari just appearing with no preparation.
I can't argue with that. We're fortunate to be alive, albeit underground.
Daskari himself has come to Kenebras. There's no mistaking that ugly mug. Terendelev tried to fight him, but what could she do against a near deity? Even the Wardstone was no help. Our city used to be protected by powerful forces, but now...
Kind of basically just says, yeah, it's, it had some bad history. Now it's just the Crusader standpoint with the big Wardstone.
We've seen how powerless they truly are. Henceforth, we shall have no one but ourselves to rely on, I suppose.
Who's this?
I don't know. He must have been in the square when disaster struck. I tried to revive him, but he was already dead, sadly.
He didn't get these wounds from the fall. Be on your guard. Whatever killed him likely hasn't gone far.
Hang on. I think I know him. His name's Aravashniel, the egghead from the library. He was a good lad, even if he was kind of stuck up. May his soul rest in peace.
Major divergence from tabletop. Aravashniel is a huge deal in the tabletop for this. So it's the fact that they kill him right away is really interesting. Shut up, phone. You shouldn't. It's gonna be making noises. You shouldn't be next to my microphone. I am sorry. You should come with us.
Certainly. Survivors should stick together. It's only sensible. Who knows what else could be prowling about in these caves?
Let's get going. We need to get back to the surface.
That's right. It would be the height of foolishness to survive a demon attack only to perish under a pile of rubble.
Let's see if this poor bloke has anything useful on him. Not to sound like a heartless brigand or nothing, but we kinda need all the supplies we can get right now.
Master Dagger. I mean, it's not terrible. She has an injury from something. I don't know if that's actually explained where she got injured. So she's a spirit hunter, which is a magus. Really interesting classes. I may respec her into a black blade. That is one of the few things that was added in here. Otherwise, I will probably keep everything else the same. I think they can use rapiers. I'm pretty sure they can. We'll see. We'll see what needs to go on. Taking weapon finesse is super important. The downside is it early on it doesn't let you use your strength or your dex to your damage, just to attacks. So it's got some weaknesses there, but we cannot detect her alignment because of this amulet. I cheated where I had like 6,000 arcane, we might be able to identify it. I actually don't know if it's ever actually mentioned what her class is. So once again, we're gonna grab everybody. We're gonna check to make sure. We're gonna put her in the center here. I like that it snaps to grid now.
Here we go.
Did not used to. It's nice.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
So she gets her to go first. I don't really want to have her go first, though. As I said, I am going to run turn-based. It's the proper way to play the game. Yeah, she's good. She's got 2 attacks. I mean, she's using rapid shot, but she's got a base attack bonus of 3, so she's 3rd level. So she's got some good capabilities there. With a composite law, she can do some decent damage. So she's got a modifier there for that damage.
Into the fray!
Okay, I don't even get to do anything. That's cool. Padded armor is really crappy for me. I want higher level. I want like high armor class. Her chain shirts is basically the best she can be at right now because of that dexterity. So that works for her. She needs to either be in full plate or the step below full, which I think is split. Or no, it's banded. So she's right where she needs to be. But I have to get used to that dexterity. Dexterity is useful. Let's move on. More fancy loot. Another skill of Terminative. And...
Should I?
Bug. We're gonna move Dispel down this way. We're gonna... Not that. We're gonna go with abilities. Charge. Charge. Charge the giant.
Here comes trouble.
Charge is gonna lower my armor class, but it also gave me a +2 to hit, and if I hadn't rolled a 1, I'd have hit. So I'm a little annoyed. at that.
Did I mess up again?
The good news is it's just a surprise round, so they don't.
I'll cut you wide open.
I need to get a. I probably get a crossbow. Yeah. So what class is she gonna be if she's got sneak attack? Interesting. This way's probably gonna just go to a dead end, so we're gonna go this way. I didn't notice this. It tells you the terrain type. That's actually, I think, super important. Because Rangers get type bonuses.
They will break against our resolve.
Okay, redeem thine self. There we go. 16 damage. Good hit. Means I rolled 5. Oh, and just whistles right past the kid. Attack opportunity. Super, super easy. Loot. Is it loot? Braces of armor +1, not useful for anybody. They'd be good for like a monk.
I can handle it.
Which we are not. So. I actually do not know. Do anything really. She's in light armor, she gets her full movement speed. She missed. I do not get my full movement speed and I cannot make a charge. So we're going this way.
The light take you!
Damn! Wanted to try and kill
The
it.
inheritor, guide my blade!
I forget this game actually has the turn-based built in, so it's less jank than what it is with Kingmaker. Kingmaker is really
The
jank.
spirits demand your
'Cause it
blood.
was not designed with it in mind. Why do I get 2 attacks? Oh, my bite! Being Wolfscar face. Okay, turned out to not be an issue.
Into the fray!
I forgot about that. Oh, I need to loot, just some junk.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
Jesus. 19 damage. That is rough. I mean, that's like a 6 and a... It's means, whatever it is. 6 and a 4, you know, it's too shy. Yeah, we failed to skin it. To get the scale. So 1 off. It's early game skill checks for you.
No, I can't just walk away. It's got to be here somewhere. Wenduog!
Lan, did you find it? Who is that?
For the record, both of them got a very much a graphical upgrade in terms of their portraits.
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls, no doubt. Wait, they might know what's going on up there.
Full-scale demonic invasion. We need to get to the surface.
If things are as bad as you say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze.
I realize that you guys have your own troubles, but we need to be in Kenebras. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
Where the heck are
This is the hall where we remember the glory of our forebears. Sorry about the mess. It doesn't usually look like this, trust me. Sometimes we even wipe the dust off the exhibits.
This is where the relics of the first Crusaders are displayed. Our lives are short. Our glories are quickly forgotten. But this place helps us to remember that we are just as worthy as anyone else, and that our lives are not lived in vain.
The first Crusaders? You've been down here that long? That's crazy.
But why are you guys here?
That's none of your
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold. Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the underground crusaders to take up arms. If we get the holy sword, we might be able to change the chief's mind.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame and will burn anyone who touches it. Do you think you're special, Lan?
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
So you know of a way to the surface.
Yes. There are other ways up, but they are far from here, and after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they've collapsed. But the maze... There's a legend among our people that when the walls of the maze fall, that will be a signal for us, the underground crusaders, that the time has come to go up to the surface and fight the demons in the final confrontation. Until then, the people say the maze is shielding us from taking rash actions. I'm the only one in our whole tribe to have been in the maze. And even I don't know if it's true. But the further I went in the maze, the fresher the air became. That means that it really must lead to the surface.
When the ceiling and walls started shaking, the young ones in our tribe lost their heads. They figured the maze was going to collapse, so it was time to go up to the surface. They grabbed whatever weapons were on hand and ran off toward the maze. They think the maze is no longer a danger to them. They've been listening to Wenduog too much.
Don't try to blame this on me. Yes, I told them that our people are capable of making our way through the maze. In the future. But I always told them to wait until I had made a map of all the maze's dangers. I warned them 100 times. But it was no use. My words just went in one ear and out the other.
If we have to find this sword to get out of here, then let's help.
Thanks. An extra pair of eyes can only help. The sword will be easy enough to spot. It looks, swordy. Help us, and in return, we'll get you out of here.
Now we're talking. Let's get to work. It's a good thing we all bumped into each other, isn't it?
What, you want to find the sword quickly so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface? So be it.
So there's just a whole bunch of places to look and some food and shit.
I'll get it next time.
Yeah. I don't think I've passed that in a while. That chick's really dumb.
I found something.
Now what is that? What do we have here?
Yes, I'm ignoring that one for a second.
Can't make the demons wait.
No, what is that?
Alright, now that we've checked everything else out, it's time to guess the plot. And once we finish this part, we'll be done for today. That wasn't there a second ago. A strange flash pierces the gloom, and Bardas Siros feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound healed by Trendelev reopens and weeps scarlet. But there is no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, the cave chamber. This one or another one entirely. Bardas Siros' heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly bursts into his mind. Thoughts that clearly belong to another. Treachery! They betrayed me, trapped me, and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, people I swore to protect, the people for whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are up ahead in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I am about to die from their traitorous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with a golden braid lies on the rocks, clutching her slashed side. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I still have strength, I must... Let's see if we can't control these. We must heal the girl. A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene for Bardas Siros. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whispers, Lyriel, you said that everything was going to change soon. You said you and the other warriors of heaven would be leaving us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true? The frenzy of foreign thoughts comes faster and faster, like a rushing river, and images flash by one after another. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars. A young female paladin praying, clutching her golden sword. A majestic golden-winged angel gazing into the distance, his face covered by a helmet, but his voice certainly clear. Only if you're willing, and only if you're ready. There is no going back. Don't waste your strength healing me, the girl whispers. Your mission is more important. You take care. It is near. There, in the vision, the darkness in the cave stirs into motion. Something massive appears within its depths. A vague shadow, an outline. A nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirping and rustling emanates from the shadow. The sound piercing like hot irons lancing through flesh and bone. The traitors fall to their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. The yawning chest wound burns white hot. Bardas Siros' head pounds with pain, and it is no longer clear whose pain it is. Also called Lariel who sent this vision. Or the one unlucky enough to receive it. But I am determined to fight off the illusion. Force of the attack, originating in a vision. Terrifying. But I am stronger. I shake off the pain and torpor, but alas, the one who sent the vision cannot claim the same. They are broken and exhausted. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real. It exists only in this strange vision and memory. But the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features starkly resemble those of Discari, terrifying demon lore. In a movement as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand is wrapped around the throat, the one they call Lariel. The foolish angel struggling on the rocks like a fly with its wings torn off, intones the shadow. Its voice changes as it moves, shifting from a quiet whispering to a sonorous shout, becoming young, then old and quavering. Where is your goddess, angel? Where is your self-assured herald? How is it you are dying here alone, so far from the light of your heaven? A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lariel. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow before the downfall of his enemy. The flaming sword sparks to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on Lariel's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks. His vitality is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword and with his last breath of strength, plunges it into the rock. Bardos Syros senses that the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing, like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this. You will kill me, monster, this I know. But one day, someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up and save and protect the innocent. The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. I do not hear the final words, but I seem to complete the thought, taking it to heart. Words fly from my lips, and with them, something else. The heat blazing in my chest fades away. The edges of my wound close, leaving not even a scar. I see that the sword is in my hand, or an outline, a memory of what it was. The surge of warm and soothing light, it vanishes, and it's drawn into my hand. All I need do to make it return is call for it. I really like those sequences.
Hey! Are you alright? You were kinda glowing just now.
See, here's some more on Iomni, the Inheritor, goddess of righteous valor, justice, and honor.
That was it. The light of heaven, but how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
I saw the memories of Lariel, the one who held the sword before. I watched his dying moments.
Lariel? That really was Lariel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it, and now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Now, Wentwog, don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before him, along with the angel's name and all that other stuff, because he doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sol, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
The abyss is similar in concept to hell. I believe I can make the sword reappear.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing. Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
Yes, it's similar, but this light is more golden. Chief Sol needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Kenebras.
Lead the way, and we'll save your children.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
What do we have here?
So, by using that, everybody has protection from evil. And I think anytime I do that, it creates that as well. I forget. No. Get a temporary health point. Not terrible.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
We're gonna go with this formation for now. Because these guys have both got those.
Yet another obstacle.
And I realize I should be ending the session, but I got involved. He is super good, by the way. Oh, really? 1 damage to Siva. And you just missed. Okay. We're gonna crush you. I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna miss some more.
The light, take you!
I'm gonna keep missing. Oh boy. Okay. Crit. No, apparently it wasn't a crit. I thought it was. So, we're gonna end it here for now. Actually, before I forget, Lan gets these because he is technically a monk. He is a Zen archer, which is a monk. And she's just a bog standard fighter with spider legs and is neutral evil. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fit well with this lawful good party here. So we're gonna stop here. We're gonna pick it up. I think we're gonna get our first level in the next session, assuming I am not wrong in how long that's gonna take. But I will see you guys tomorrow for the 3rd installment of this. See you then.